Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 15, The Crosses. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and a gnawing sensation deep in my gut that can only be Fido, the spider I swallowed in my sleep last night, who is now fighting it out with the ghost pepper salsa I had right before I went to bed. Sucks to be him.
Go, Fido, go.
Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Ben.
Billy, don't lose that number.
Now that's not 70s.
Yeah, 1974.
No.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Nope.
Billy, don't lose that number.
Oh, no, that's it's not Billy, is it? It's
Oh, sorry. And take two.
Yep, go ahead.
God damn it, Brian. You're supposed to stick to the script. We've been over this.
I got home 3 seconds ago, okay? Give me a freaking break.
That's Lynn's drama.
It's not an excuse not to read the script ahead of time. Come on.
Billy, don't be a hero.
Ooh, nice. Okay, there we go. Matt as Kyle.
So anyway, my aunt just started blasting.
Aunt Blaster. What?
Mm-hmm.
And Lupine as Rosa.
The goats? Still? I mean, like, come on, guys. There's, like, what's happening with the goats?
Aliens.
Welcome, players.
In there.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? I know Brian just had to zoom in from a
13-hour day.
13-hour day.
Whoop.
So you should be a top performer now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nate.
Just don't,
So a large section of this is going to just be you solo improving, Brian. I hope you're ready.
We're gonna make Kyle talk to NPCs, and you're gonna have to do it all.
Yeah, right.
Jeremy.
I think my mic broke.
Yeah. Brian will be playing all the NPCs tonight, so don't worry about that. Well, guys, I'm not sure if you caught any of the recent Oscar hype, but Everything Everywhere All at Once practically swept the awards ceremony. If there was a multiverse and you came face to face with another you, how would you handle it?
Straight to the bedroom, baby. Hey-oh!
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do if you meet yourself.
That's true.
Go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself, buddy.
I can't. I haven't met the alternate universe me yet. You idiot.
Yeah.
Well, in that same vein, if I met an alternate Jeremy, first I'd lower the lights. Then I'd put on some Barry White on the Zune hi-fi system.
Hey, baby.
And of course, I'd be wearing my Evil Dead t-shirt and lime green Crocs. Both of us, actually. A tasteful daub of bacon-scented cologne behind each ear. Freshly shaven everywhere. Then I'd...
Why not just bacon?
Why not just bacon? Then I'd hoist the axe and get to work hacking that copycat to bits, because this world ain't big enough for the both of us.
It's true.
I would scream, there can only be one. And then hack myself to pieces with the claymore.
Hack myself to pieces.
Myself to pieces.
Oh.
Ah, you're the one, jerk. I'm free.
Yeah, okay, 2 shoes. Listeners, if you would like to drop us a letter from beyond, please visit lovecrafttapes.com anytime and fill out our contact form. We appreciate and accept a thoughtful criticism, thirsty praise, and even the vocal stylings of William Shatner.
Oh.
We
You
do
have a
have
problem with William Shatner?
I have zero problems with William Shatner. I love all his stuff.
Do I have a problem with William Shatner? I don't know. Do I? Yes, I do. Sorry, my guy's still here.
Yeah. Your clone's still there. We do have one letter tonight. This is from Endless Ocean on Reddit. Longtime listener and follower. Regarding Case 15 Tape 5, which was just released to the general public 1 day ago. They say, nice work yet again, guys.
Oh,
Lupine fits so well into the group. Credit is due all of you for making a new person feel welcome and assured. Thank you.
You didn't see
Appreciate
the
that
hazing.
endless ocean. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you didn't see the we beat her with bags of oranges.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I
sleeping.
prefer sacks
Made me
of
name
oranges.
cereals.
We make her eat asparagus pie. It's the worst thing. Just terrible.
Right.
Animal gets the comfy chair.
Jerk. Hired a masseuse.
We learned from the Spanish Inquisition, so we learned from the best.
Yeah. Nobody expects the
it.
Lovecraft tapes.
Ooh, snap.
I like it. T-shirt.
T-shirt. All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. So thank you guys for all your
Thank you.
hard-earned cash. Appreciate that. We'll keep on cranking them out as long as you keep paying us. That's how it works.
Excuse me? No, this isn't OnlyFans, Jeremy.
Oh, shit. Wrong site.
Wrong
Yeah.
one. Restart.
Reboot.
Wrong script.
All right. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. Let's roll some sweet D. I rolled a 20.
I can't find my mouse.
I rolled an 18.
A 10. Oh
Not a
shit.
thing.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
It looks like Matt's going to be selling to Lupine.
Oh.
Have at it, guys.
Do it, Matt.
So, have you ever wondered?
Yeah.
When you look at that box of baby wipes, just how much baby is in your wipe?
You know, I was never brave enough to ask anyone.
Well, aren't you glad that I'm here today? You see, as I am from the world-renowned HW Industries, and I'm here with a brand new box of our baby wipes, now with 96% pure baby.
Oh my god. That sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah, see, it's part of our upcycling program. The baby wipes are made out of all the leftovers from the baby powder, so nothing goes to waste here. We're all about the environment.
Good. You want to use that whole baby.
Oh, yep. We also use those same babies to produce our baby oil.
Oh, okay. You got to
wring
squeeze them.
everything out of them.
Yep. I understand.
We got a whole line of baby products that are all made with real baby. We work hard to make sure that the high quality, non-GMO, free range organic babies.
That's good. Good. Gotta have them out.
Grass finished.
Grass.
Yep.
Yeah. With the ghosts.
Tell you what, since you're such a nice person, I'm gonna give you this free gift set right now for you to try, because we're all about community outreach.
Thank you.
And if you happen to know of any babies in the area, let me know.
Oh my god, there's one down the street that
Really?
cries.
Which house exactly?
Yeah. Two down. It's that blue house. You see the blue house?
That one right over there.
Yeah, that one.
Ah, okay. Well, thank you again. The gift set is all yours, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna go talk to your neighbors 2 doors down.
Yeah. Tell them. Actually, you know what? Don't tell them I say hi.
Don't worry. It's totally confidential.
Okay.
Hey, Tom, 2 doors down, blue house. Let's go.
And we're back. Woo! As we know, all good things must come to an end. How do you dispose of that product and or service when it reaches the expiration date?
You recycle it.
Gotta use the whole thing.
I think it's edible. So you recycle it, and then your body recycles it, and then you recycle that.
Mm-hmm.
It's recycling all the way down, folks.
Oops, all recycling.
Well, I say that when it's time to kiss that product and or service goodbye, that's exactly what I do. I kiss it goodbye. Then I start eating. One bite at a time.
See?
Chew after chew. Then tomorrow, or usually around 8:50 a.m., after 2 cups of strong coffee and 17 sit-ups, no more, no less, I drop that product and or service off at the pool. Arrivederci, product and or service.
Please add a flush sound.
Please have a flush sound. Thank you guys for the tips on Ko-Fi. Kofi? I guess it's called
Just the
Kofi.
tip. though.
Coffee.
Just the Tofi.
Coffee.
They say it's not coffee, it's Kofi.
Just the Kofi.
Whatever. Thank you guys. Thanks, Crow.
Kofefi.
Appreciate that. Monies. All right.
Somebody needs that domain. Somebody needs to pay for that domain.
All right. Now, dear investigators, we play Case 15, Tape 8. Follow the Swamp Beacon. Previously on the Lovecraft Tapes. There arrives a moment in everyone's lives when innocence is shattered forever and reality rushes in to fill the void left behind. Ben searches for help with Rose's spreading skin condition, though his paranoia nearly derails their quest for adult assistance. Kyle is found by his Uncle John, but finds out it might not be his bloodkin behind the familiar mask. Will Old Man August steer Ben and Rosa towards salvation? Did Kyle duck in time? Somewhere in the woods, a red-tipped toadstool pushes through the forest loam, its gills stretching, sensing, laden with phosphorescent emerald-tinted spores. It is approximately 5 p.m. Pacific Time on Sunday, June 16, 1974. With low-hanging storm clouds scudding over the ocean and moving inland, twilight settles in prematurely, even as the temperatures continue to rise, flirting near 90. The low rumble of thunder can be faintly heard, still far out to sea.
Far out, bro.
Far out.
See.
Far out.
Ben and Rosa. You're sitting in the kitchen of the August mansion, a place you never thought in a million years you'd ever see. Yet, here you are, sipping bottles of Fresca through colorful corkscrew drinking straws, munching on precisely portioned chunks of homemade walnut fudge. Overhead, the dual fluorescent tubes glow brightly, casting the small chrome-plated dinette table and red-padded chairs in a bluish tint. Alden August is seated next to Rosa, his deep-set ghostly blue pupils peering impassively at her rash through a comically oversized magnifying glass, which he holds in a slightly unsteady hand, protected by a black leather driving glove.
Ooh.
His other hand, tightly grasping the top of a sturdy silver-tipped cane, is likewise sheathed in a glove. Now then, he says, leaning back, curious gaze flickering between the two of you. Tell me again how you acquired this condition.
Well, Mr. August, is in the woods, and we saw some people at the hot springs, and they were really weird looking. They were also naked, and
I see.
they were they one of them touched me, and then this rash showed up.
Show me where on the doll the mean person touched you.
I see. Benjamin, is this what you witnessed as well?
Some of it. I was really scared, but the one thing I did
I'm sorry,
notice
could you
is
speak up a little? I'm a little deaf.
sure. Well,
Not that much, maybe just slightly between the two.
I did notice the mushrooms for sure. That
What is this, the mushrooms?
they're little toadstools that people sometimes eat, and some are poisonous. They
Yes, I know
grow
what
like a
mushrooms
fungus.
are, Benjamin.
Oh,
What about,
okay.
she said that someone touched her. What about the mushrooms?
Oh, there were these weird mushrooms that the ranger asked us to look for.
Ranger
Or-
Rickenbacker?
Yeah, or maybe said that
Hmm.
we weren't
He
supposed
actually
to look.
said to stay away from them, but we
I remember that completely differently.
we fooled a bully that was there and told him that he would get paid money if he collected them. But we didn't know they were dangerous.
You're
Yeah.
complicating matters too much. Let's stick to the
And-
facts. So,
and don't-
naked people touched you on the neck, and you saw mushrooms.
And the naked people were weird. Like their hands were melting,
They were
and
hooked
they
together.
they walked funny.
Was
They
there
look-
anything unusual about their? You say their hands were fused together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they didn't blink either, just like her goats.
I see.
yeah. They were like we don't know. I mean, they came out of the water and they looked kind of green, like
What do
there was
you
something on their
say?
skin
I see.
or something in their skin.
That's when I ran.
Hmm.
And I fell.
Well, I'm sorry, dear. Let me think for a moment. And he sits back in his chair. And now
Can I have
you.
another fresca?
Oh yes, Benjamin. Please help yourself. There's another in the fridge.
Yes.
Now, Rosa, you are the Garcia child, yes?
Yeah. My mom and dad have a farm.
Oh,
Over-
I'm well aware.
over
I've been here many
east of
years.
them, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know this or not, but your father drops off a delivery of vegetables once a week to my doorstep.
Oh, I guess I didn't, but
Well, in my advanced age, I could no longer attend the farmer's market, but he's been kind enough to drop these goods off at my place on a regular basis, and
he's a good person.
he is a good man. Yes, your father is quite nice. So when you see him, please tell him I said thank you and hello.
Yeah, I don't know where my parents are right now. I don't know where any of them. Oh, the pastor said they're out in the woods, right? Right, Ben?
Yeah.
What are
I
they
g- I
doing
g-
there?
They're
I guess maybe looking for the Berkeley students.
the
There
missing
were,
students. Yeah.
yeah, there were some
There are
students.
students missing? I hadn't heard anything.
Well, I mean, that college students, but
Have you seen
yeah,
them?
apparently, well, they were. Some of them we kind of, I guess, maybe thought that some of them were the people in that were weird and came out of the
Yeah.
hot springs.
One of them was our teacher. She was melded together
Jennifer
with someone we didn't
Olmos?
see.
Miss
Yeah.
Olmos?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
This is...
Edward Olmos' sister.
Yes, I hear they're related because of the name.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
it, though.
Simply because...
All
the name.
almost know each other.
Yes,
There's only
it's,
one Olmos family in
yes,
the world.
it's one long strain from the Mayflower. I don't know.
Strain.
I see. Well, Benjamin, would you do me an honor, please?
Sure.
I have a book in the library, just on the hall. Would you mind fetching it for me? Do you read German by any chance?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it's called Die Pilze unserer Heimat by Eugene Gramberg. Don't worry. It's not some mystical tome, just some information we might be able to use. You can't miss it. It's bound in bright blue. If memory serves, it's on the third shelf in the collection nearest the desk, nearest the desk towards the left. Use the ladder, mind you.
Oh, okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Be careful. Don't touch anything else.
What? Psh, smash through the house.
All right. And I assume Ben's heading into the library?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start.
Awesome.
Do I know where the library is? First
Down the
off.
hall to the left. Is
Right
what he
to the
said.
right, up the stairs. Got it.
And are you taking your Fresca with you or no?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking your Fresca with you. Good.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
already half gone, the new one.
All right. Good.
So I love Fresco.
So he takes off down the hallway, and August leans back and watches Rosa. Does it hurt at all?
It just it sort of itches, and it feels weird. It feels like dry and so I mean it like it feels no, not really. It just itches.
That was great.
All right then. Well, I'm hoping that my research might turn up something. This is a bit unusual, but I have seen something like it before. As Ben
Really?
mentioned earlier, it does share some of the what do you call it?
Characteristics.
It does share some of the characteristics of ringworm, but it doesn't
Yeah.
exactly look that way. Is there anything else you can tell me? You both seem quite frightened of something.
Yeah, the people that we saw in the forest were
Yes,
pretty
the
scary.
missing Berkeley students. Yes.
Yeah, and Miss Almost. And then I guess I don't know, they just like they looked really weird, and I was afraid, like I felt like I shouldn't let them touch me. But I did.
Well, I'm sorry, dear. And he pats your hand.
Thanks.
Would
Thank
you
you.
like another Fresca?
Yeah, yes, please.
Oh.
That would be great.
Just one moment. And he painstakingly stands up,
Oh.
uses the cane to hobble over to the refrigerator, opens it up, and peers through. He's mumbling to himself. He says something like, "Oh, wow.
Sponsor us, Fresca.
Fresca, please."
That's what he
Please,
says.
Fresca. I'm sorry, dear. My wife used to take care of these things. There, I have one left in the back here, and he pulls the last bottle of Fresca out of the fridge and puts it before you, and opens it up with a bottle
Oh.
opener. You hear that
Thank you.
satisfying?
Thank you. Yes.
Do you like
I
grapefruit?
use my curly straw.
Yeah. Move
Yeah.
the straw from one bottle to the other.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so. I'm not going to
I've-
give up that curly straw.
I find that the curly straw makes it taste better. Yes.
Yeah, it does. I really like them.
My wife said the same thing. I always bought the curly straws whenever I could.
You can barely taste the ketamine.
And he sits back in the chair next to you and sort of watches you, picks absentmindedly at the a bit of fudge. So now this adventure that you got into with Ben is Ben your boyfriend, would you say?
Oh, no, not really. I mean,
Oh, forgive me. I just assumed the two of you.
oh yeah,
Young
no,
love and all that.
we just hang out because he likes rocks, and I do too,
Oh,
and yeah, so
it's good to have
um,
something in common, for sure.
yeah, we just have adventures.
Nice. Adventures, you say. Well, this
Mhm.
is quite the adventure. I've never seen a rash quite that severe. When did you say you acquired this? How long ago?
11, 12,
Like,
43
it's
days.
honestly just a few hours.
Right.
Threeve.
5.
It's like
A
4
combination
hours
of
tops.
3 and 5?
4 hours tops.
Yeah, thrive hours.
That seems like such a short time for this to have blossomed. I've never seen anything
That's
quite
the
like it.
other thing. It happened really fast. Usually, I thought this stuff takes longer.
The stuff?
Don't eat
Larry
the stuff.
Cohen's The Stuff? What? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't eat
no.
the stuff.
Is this the right book that you wanted?
Oh, no, we're not to you yet, sir.
Oh.
You must wait. We're doing a little role playing here.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a lot of role playing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr. August is asking about my boyfriend. I wonder why.
You
Would you say you're free? Yes. You like my
Does it
fudge
hurt?
is full of nuts.
What, when you fell from heaven?
Yes, this fudge is delicious. Did you make it with your own nuts?
Well, don't worry, dear. We'll figure this out together. As soon as Benjamin returns with my book. So Ben, you find it's very easy to find the library because the door is wide open and it's a room full of books.
So library.
It's quite chock full of books. There are rows on either side of the room. There's a window at the back of the room. Just in front of that is a desk. And each wall is about, let's say, 20 feet tall.
Whoa.
So there are 6 rows of books. And there is a rolling ladder attached to rails which goes the perimeter of the room.
Ooh, cool.
Now, if you'll recall, he said that the book was called what?
Guten Tag, Zigaretten.
Die Pilze unserer Heimat
How do you
by
say
Eugene Gramberg.
Eugene Levy.
It is bound in bright blue.
I remember that part. I wrote that down.
So he told you where to find it?
Probably.
On the 3rd shelf in the collection nearest the desk toward the left.
You just told me, and I still don't know where it's at.
Yeah, 3rd shelf. So that sounds like a spot hidden to me.
All right.
Give me a spot hidden.
Or a
please.
library use, considering he is in a library.
Library
haven't said anything yet,
is
though.
digging into the actual book.
I got a spot. I'm going to stealthily do it, so I'll roll that first.
Awesome.
I needed a 45. I rolled a 28. That is a success.
Nicely done.
Nice.
So, you spot it immediately, exactly where he said it was on the 3rd shelf in the collection nearest the desk. So you walk up to the desk, take a look on the left, 3 shelves up, and you can see a bright blue bound book.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to need a ladder to get up there.
Sweet. Is this the chase scene?
Mm-hmm. Now, this is you describing what you do see.
Oh. The ladder chases me around the room. I'm going to walk over to the ladder, which is probably about 5 or 6 feet away from where I need to be. And I'm going to, and I've always wanted to do this ever since I saw it in the movie.
Are you going to bow?
I'm going to push myself off on the ladder and see if it can roll me to where I need to go.
Nice. Okay, good.
Only if you do so while singing that there must be more than this provincial
You
life.
have to sing, yes. You have to sing about this provincial town.
There must be
Provincial.
some towns that are provincial. The life.
Yeah, perfect.
That's it. You nailed it. Go ahead and give me a dexterity roll.
All right. Oh, darn it. I needed an 80. I rolled a 6. That's extreme. I go
So-
out the window.
So you kick off you hop onto the bottom rung of the ladder, kick
Yeah.
off on the floor. It rolls to exactly the spot where you need it to
Nice.
be.
And I
And-
climb it
Birds come
as
and
it's
land on
going.
your shoulders.
And you are singing this provincial song and traipse up the rungs of the ladder to the third shelf and snatch the book from its spot. And you can see it starts with a D, so
Mm-hmm.
you assume this is it. And then basically slide back down the ladder.
I take a second when I get to the bottom of the ladder and I look around. The one time I do something cool, nobody's here to see it.
100%.
Come on. No one's ever going to believe that I just did that.
Nice.
And you hear from down the hall, Ben, did you just slide around the ladder and sing about a provincial town?
I was watching you with our reach.
Yes.
My reach
I watch
around,
you always, Ben.
and
Mhm.
I've always been the caretaker.
Every step you take, every move you make, every ladder you swing around the library. I've been
I'll be
watching you.
watching
I'll be
shoes.
watching you. All right, so you don't possess the book?
I possessed it? Nice. I'm going to fly the book around the room then. All right, I'm going to proudly hold that book to my chest and walk back to the kitchen and present it.
All
Is
right.
this the right book?
Oh, thank you, Benjamin. And he takes it from your hand and proceeds to start painstakingly flipping a page, licking his finger, flipping a page, licking
Would you
his
like me to
finger.
do that for you, sir?
Yes, would you mind licking my finger?
Sure,
That'd be very helpful.
You have a really cool library, sir. Was cool a
Oh,
word back in the
thank you.
70s?
Thank you. I'm sorry?
Was cool a word in the 70s?
It is
Cool
now.
is always a
Okay.
word.
Yeah.
But he might take it as cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll turn up the heat then.
No, it's a very interesting
Oh.
library.
You know what they say? Interesting is the least interesting word in the English language.
It's phenomenal.
Thank you. That's better. There are ghosts. And
I didn't phantasmal. I said phenomenal.
All right. Well, this will take me just a moment, if you wouldn't mind. Help yourself to more fudge.
I will pack it in, sir. Thanks.
Pack in that fudge.
It's made with real nuts.
His own.
From Aldi's. Oh, say it, Matt.
Alden's. Kyle. Consciousness returns slowly. As your mind becomes aware of its surroundings once more, you try to open your eyes, but a heaviness presses upon your brow like a dark cloak of blindness. Still drugged, you groan with a dry, sore throat and attempt to sit up. Strong hands hold you down by the shoulders. Shh, someone says. Don't move. Not yet. It takes you a moment to realize it's your Aunt Emily's voice. You relax, allowing your senses to catch up as you recall what happened earlier. But then you remember Uncle John, his hands tight around your neck, squeezing as his alien, unblinking eyes watched emotionless. And you sit up suddenly, the damp washcloth falling from your face. You blink a few times to see Emily sitting next to you on the couch, tear-streaked mascara running down her cheeks. Welcome back, she says ruefully. For a minute there, I was afraid you didn't hear me to tell you to duck. propped next to her is a rifle of the same caliber as the single round you found in the ammo box back at the clubhouse. To your right, on the floor, is Uncle John's body, his head obliterated to a pulpy mass with no remaining features. Except there, deep in the crevice where his face used to be, you're certain you see the porous gills of a ruby-topped fungus. I need you to roll sanity.
There it is. Wait, that's not right.
Well, you're insane.
Am I though?
Wait, Uncle John has been deep throating fungus? What?
I needed a 59. I rolled an 83. That's a failure.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll d6.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm taking
5.
notes.
Okay. So, you take 5 points of sanity damage. And as we know,
Cool.
Ooh.
we know what happens when that happens.
I win the game. Yay!
So
You win,
you have
Cthulhu.
tempered a bout of madness. And we're going to take a look at our handout here for sanity.
Bow. Bow.
So you're going to need an intelligence roll is the next thing.
Like I have to.
Okay, Squidward.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 17. That's a hard success.
Nice.
So in this case, that's a
That
bad
was
thing.
Yeah, I did
Oh.
not want that.
That's
Not
the
so
one.
nice.
Yeah.
It's the one time you don't want to roll
Yes.
well.
It's
Yes.
you roll.
It's been a long
really
time
good.
since we've had this all at once.
Yep. So this means that you comprehend the horror, that you understand all of it. So
Find out who my next character is when we play next week.
you will be stricken with a bout of temporary insanity. Now, go ahead and roll me d10, please.
Nine.
So for the next 9 hours,
Damn, I'm rolling well today.
you will
Right?
be, yeah. All right. So you're going to be, and actually, I already have this sort of planned out. So when you see,
You knew you were going to go insane.
Jeremy planned for us to lose our shit.
Oh, that's why I rolled so well, because Jeremy has the cheats box ticked so that all my rolls went exactly where he wanted them to.
Yeah.
cheat.
There's a little GM box that
Yeah.
you can tick that's like,
Absolutely.
I want
Predetermine
all
all
the-
of your rolls here.
So Kyle, you drink in the sight of your Uncle John lying on the blood-stained carpet and see that the mushrooms that you spent most of the afternoon picking are now rooted in his blasted skull. And as you struggle to comprehend the enormity of losing this beloved uncle, your mind blanks completely, as if you'd been locked suddenly into a black room of limitless dimension. Then a very familiar crackling sounds. It's the same sound you heard back when Randy touched the rock. And you witness in your mind's eye a sizzle of tangerine lightning erupting out of the blackness to touch the top of your skull. And you can now see clearly, as if the world had been revealed to you for the very first time. You are standing in a brightly lit underground cavern flooded with white-hot lava. Somehow, the heat does not sear your flesh, and you feel no pain. All around are standing stones, much like the one that Randy touched, though these are much older, crumbling with age. For some reason, the very sight of them fills you with sorrow. You are the last keeper of the repository. Alone, you must continue to collect the data necessary to fulfill your destiny. Lava erupts from beneath, propelling you upward toward the cavern ceiling. And just before consciousness is obliterated, your final thought is to reach the surface, no matter how many centuries it might take. And you are suddenly awakened again on sitting next to Emily on the couch. There is a scent of ozone in the air that is very reminiscent of what you smelled back at the hot springs after Randy touched that rock. And we'll need to figure out some sort of 9-hour insanity condition for you. So what do you guys think? What's a good... We can all chip in and say what would make sense that Kyle would suffer from at this stage.
Like a physical suffering or mental suffering?
Well, I mean, it is completely, but it could manifest physically. So right now it's all in his mind.
I can't talk. See you guys later. Have fun.
I was thinking that...
and the chat can chip in too if you have any ideas.
Is that he is breaking out in all of the rashes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's constantly compounding on top of and on top of and on top of.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing he's most scared of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Breaking
Well, but
out
he
in the
didn't.
ringworm.
He didn't see mine, did he?
I don't
know.
think so.
I don't think he
No,
did.
I don't think so,
But
no.
he has his hands were covered.
His hands are covered.
Right.
And
So-
yeah, Randy was suffering from it too.
Yeah.
But this would need to be a 9-hour thing. So it can't be an involuntary reaction. It's got to be something a bit more deep and abiding.
Well, I was kind of thinking that maybe he'd be like have a phobia of I don't know. What if he doesn't trust anyone? He thinks that everybody is mushrooms.
That is
everyone.
That's the one thing that makes
Sorry,
complete
Matt, I
sense.
tried. He has a rash.
Matt, what do you think? What do you think, Kyle?
I think that's probably
Pretty good.
Don't you?
It's pretty good, but
It's pretty good.
But the rash is
any
better.
other ideas or the rash
I
thing?
mean-
It makes sense in the short term, but not for a 9-hour persistent thing. I don't think.
Do we want to make do you want to make it more specific than everyone? Like just people that how about just people that you like have known really well?
Well,
So,
yeah,
for
everybody
instance,
he's
like,
close to is infected in his mind,
right.
Mhm.
Okay.
and not people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Us.
like definitely mean then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think,
The
Matt?
pastor, everybody.
Well, yeah. But,
Uh,
so we could, if it's that's a little generic. So let's take it one step further and just say that he thinks that everybody is wearing a mask, right?
Comedy and tragedy.
And that is what he sees, is just this unblinking, uncaring mask, no matter what they say, no
Mhm.
matter what they do. And then we'll let him play that how he wants to play it. But
Go, Matt,
so
you've got
that's
2
it.
hours.
So you come out of this fugue, turn toward Emily, and she is looking at you with a blank, unblinking mask that seems alien to you.
Do you have any Fresca?
Kyle,
Yeah.
Kyle, what's wrong? You,
What?
You need some curly straws?
Do you have any Fresca? Sponsor us, Fresca.
look, Kyle, I really need your help right now.
What? I'm gonna kind of sit up and scoot back a little bit and just double check to see where the rifle is in the room right now.
It's right next to her.
All right.
What's wrong?
I mean, I'm gonna kind of like motion at the dead body on the floor. That it was he. Can you go get me a glass of water? I'm just little dry right now.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. But Kyler, there's something I need to show you first. It would explain
Really?
all of this.
I mean, just like a drink would be nice,
We can
I'll wait.
get one together. Please take my hand.
No, I'm still I'm kind of woozy.
I just really need your help right now. I don't know what's going on.
No.
I promise you that wasn't your Uncle John. I know what it looks like, but I can't explain, but I can show you.
I mean, he's, but I mean, maybe after I get that glass of water, I'm
I'm just so thirsty.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. And she
Very parched.
runs to the kitchen.
And as soon as she gets up, I'm gonna grab the rifle and bolt out the front door.
Moisturize me.
Okay,
Damn it, Cassandra, not now.
Kyle, where are you going? You can hear her calling after you. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Nice job, Kyle.
Where are you going, Kyle?
Treehouse.
All right.
Treehouse is infected.
So you make your way running. Shelly DM Gaming is rating. Thanks, Shelly.
Woo!
Woo!
So Kyle runs through the cloudy twilight
So far
with a
away.
gun strapped to his back to the clubhouse. And Ben, you reach the end of your Fresca bottle, making a slurping noise as it empties out. And
Refreshing.
the Alden August is carefully poring over the words in the thick book, which is
Won't
clearly
that
in
ruin
German.
the book if you pour the Fresco
I
over it?
poured it over. And you can hear him. He's, every few minutes he'll just say, "Oh, I see. Yes, that makes sense."
And then it was the dog.
And I don't own a dog, but yes, it was the dog. Yes. I see. Oh, that is interesting. Would you mind, Rosa, lean this way a bit? It's an audio podcast.
Okay, I am leading.
Yes, I am bleeding. I am bleeding.
Oh, thank you, dear. I just needed another closer look at. Oh,
Here,
yes,
lean,
that
lean.
that matches exactly. Oh, well, good news, bad news. This is some strain of ringworm. Good job, Benjamin, for identifying that.
2 good things today.
It's not your commonplace condition, though. At least none that I've ever seen. And please let me tell you, I've seen every skin condition under the sun for the past 50 years.
Even the naughty one.
Especially, well, let me put it this way. My practice was just outside of San Francisco for many years.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
yes, I've seen all of the skin conditions, even the naughty ones. But this is a bird of a different color altogether. Would you mind,
It was
Benjamin?
bad.
Would you be so kind as to go in the top drawer there in the just beneath the I think you call it a microwave. Is that what they
Or
call
the
it? A
microwave?
Microwave. Yes, it's from
Yes.
Greece.
It's full of grease.
Mikolos. Underneath the range there. Please. There's a very sharp knife. Would you mind grabbing that for me?
What?
Be
Yeah,
careful.
but do you want me to put it in the
What are you gonna
microwave?
do with?
No, bring it here. Quickly.
Okay. Run
What
with it?
What are you gonna do with that?
Rosa, don't
Mr.
worry. I
Arm.
just need something to scrape the rash off it. You won't feel a thing. Please, trust me.
It'll be over very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be
I
very. I am a doctor. It'll be very quick. I promise.
Okay. I hope you have a really good dexterity, sir.
No problem. Handshaking.
Yeah.
I bring the knife over and set it and spin it to the handles near him, and I reach out and grab Rosa's hand to comfort
Okay.
Rosa.
All right.
Thank you.
We're just
Thank you,
going to
Benny.
take what we call a sample. That's what we doctors call a sample. Okay.
Okay.
Just a little bit here, and you just feel the faintest brush on the back of your shoulder. And Ben, you get a really good look now, and you can see that the condition has worsened quite a bit. It is spread, it's quite raised, and there are bits of sort of green furry stuff on it.
Ew.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm going to lean into Rosa and go, Rosa,
Yeah.
if you die, can I have the rest of your fresca?
I already finished it. He's
move my
like,
hand. No.
Okay. All right. And then he reaches into his waistcoat pocket and pulls out a little plastic bag, turns it inside out, and then scrapes the knife and the fungus off into the bag. All right, the two of you please follow me. And he gets up
Okay.
and walks down the hallway to what looks like a very ornate glass door to the towards the rear of the house. All right.
The back door.
What's that?
The back door.
Well, not exactly. You can tell by the size of the house that it's not exactly the back door, but yeah, his back door. Yeah, I get it now.
Zip.
And
Matt chimes in.
Right before he opens it up, he says, "Now, not many have seen this, so I appreciate your what do you call it?
Discretion.
I appreciate your discretion. Yes."
Of course, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't quite hear you, Benjamin.
Of course, sir.
You're very low spoken.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's better. Yes, thank you. All right. And he turns back around and opens up the door. And beyond is an enormous greenhouse.
Oh, cool.
Row upon row of flora and plants that you've never seen, Rosa, even at your farm. You do recognize that he is growing some vegetables with different strains. You can see that there are some peppers that sort of change as the rows proceed. They look like the same, but they're being mutated as they go along. And to the left of the row that he walks down, beckoning you forward, there are strains of mushrooms. None of which look like the ones that you've seen recently, but, just your standard traditional fungus. But he is walking down and looking at each one, stooping and just peering at, a few of them. And then he gets down to the back of the row, and there is a little table set up there with a microscope and platelets and notebook and a couple stools. And he beckons towards the stool. Please, have a seat. I just want to take a closer look at this.
Look into my eye.
Stools, sir. I don't usually sit on a stool.
Well, these are just samples. I didn't buy them.
Okay.
These are stool samples.
Oh,
from like
okay.
the factory?
Yeah.
To see if you
I
wanted
get them
to
for
purchase them in
free.
bulk?
Yes. Yes.
Do you make them yourself?
Oh, no. I have a really hard time at my age.
Oh, right. Yeah. I bet they're
Too much cheese. Decades
And on
of
the page
cheese.
2 of notes.
there is no
Cheese
such thing as
stools.
too much cheese.
Yes. All right. Let me take a look at this. And he pops the sample into some platelets and slips it underneath the microscope and peers through the lens, grumbling as he looks and fine-tunes it so he can focus on the sample. All right, take a look at this. Benjamin, you first. What do you make of this?
I step up and put my eye up to it, and it's the wrong eye. It's closed. So
Other
I
eye,
blink a couple times and then open it up and look in. Wow, you can see really, really close.
Now you see there the bit of green is moving, yes?
Yeah, what is that? Looks like little worms or something.
Yes, those are the little, what do you call it, flagella surrounding the green mass. Now watch carefully. That singular mass. See how it's splitting?
Yeah, like a cell. Like
It's
a human
it's
cell.
replicating, yes. Exactly. Rosa, would you like to take a look?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
what was that?
Yes, please, Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
Santa.
Yes. Yes. Well, see there. Now, if you watch carefully, the two sections of the central mass are identical now. They are, in essence, cloning.
Oh,
What do you make of this?
so they're all the same thing? I mean, a clone is something that's exactly the same as something else, right?
Yes,
So-
it's very curious. I've never seen anything quite like it.
It's like a ditto of something.
Yeah.
Yes, a mimeograph, you might say.
A mimeograph. Yeah.
Yes,
My teachers do those.
yes.
It's
You have
like
to
a
turn this big
charcoal,
crank.
a charcoal rubbing, an etching.
An etching, yes, a rubbing. You ever notice how goats rub at that point? I don't. Call back. Anyways,
Do you ever rub in graveyards? Yeah, I
all
like
the
to rub
time,
in
yes.
I like
and
to rub
pretty
in
soon on a
graveyards.
permanent basis. But anyways,
Have you ever
Yeah.
been in a Turkish prison?
so this makes no sense. Why
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
why is this thing replicating to make more of itself identically? That would explain why it's covering you so quickly, spreading so quickly.
Is it
Well-
trying to copy Rosa?
No, it's
Why do you
copying
say that?
itself.
Because I
Okay.
think that's what it did to the goats at Rosa's farm.
What is this about goats?
She had the sorry. She has the baby goats, and they were making weird noises, so we went and looked at them, and there was mushrooms going from one goat to under the hay.
What?
We moved the hay, and it was just a lump of weird
Yeah.
yuck.
And then there was we poked it and there was a mushroom. I think it looked sort of like it was in the shape of a baby goat, but
Oh,
it was like it was not, it didn't have enough parts. Like it didn't have enough
Yeah.
like eyes. And
And her baby
Oh.
goat just like went flat, like all the air was let out of it.
yeah, like when you have like a tire or a beach ball or something and you let all the air out, just collapses.
This is quite disturbing. And you two seem to be quite trustworthy, so I don't doubt your word. But I must iterate that most people probably wouldn't believe you.
Yeah,
This
we
is
know.
a
That's why we
pretty
haven't
tale.
told anyone.
I
We only
see.
told one other person.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So what do you think is happening?
Well, our friend thinks it's aliens. I don't think it's aliens.
I think it's got
That's
something to do.
rich.
I think it's got something to do with the mushrooms.
Yes, now that
But I
makes
don't-
more sense.
I don't know exactly what.
I don't either.
I think maybe the mushrooms are growing around where the hot springs are, or they're coming from the hot springs somehow.
Yeah, that's where a lot of them were at.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to help me with an experiment?
What
yeah,
is it?
within reason. You got any more Fresca in the basement?
Cases upon cases. Now, Benjamin, please. There is a just over 2 rows on the workbench over there. You'll find a small mason jar with some white powder in it. Would you mind fetching that, please?
Sure. Is it cocaine?
Cocaine, Ben.
Cocaine. I like to say cocaine.
Cocaine? Coquiano.
Cocaine.
So I'm gonna go over there quickly and grab it.
And you see
My-
the workbench is strewn with tools and all kinds of fertilizer and pipettes and measuring spoons and little handwritten labels for shoving into the soil of plants
Some
with
mirrors with
Latin
weird white
names
powder.
on them. And indeed, you do see several mason jars with various colored powders and liquids in them, except one does have a white powder inside,
Okay.
and there's
Lid
just
on top.
there's a blue label on it, like a piece of blue tape
Mhm.
with the letter M written on it in Sharpie.
For mushroom. Or Mario.
Either way.
All right, I'm going to carefully pick it up and cradle it in 2 hands like a baby and walk it over to him.
Excellent. Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah,
Oops.
you're quite handy to have around, I must say. All right, Rosa, would you mind just, lowering your shirt slightly so we can see more of the shoulder and
Oh,
neck?
Oh.
I want to make sure to cover all of this, please.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me start the cameras.
Yeah.
Reel to reel.
I do I don't know, just like
Just
pull
lower a
it
bit,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's just like on
Excellent.
your neck, shoulder. Yeah.
That's fine enough there, Rosa. Thank you. All right. So we're going to take a bit of this. I have a sponge here, and I'm going to put a bit of the powder, like so, on the sponge, and then just slightly pat it onto the rash. Now watch, Benjamin. Watch.
I get in as close as I can, but not in the way.
And as the two of you watch, Rosa, you are immediately aware that there is relief from the pain and itching.
Nice.
It feels as if the rash is already gone. But you hear a gasp from Ben as he sees the green, fuzzy covering to the rash begin to creep off your neck and down the back of your shirt as if alive.
Ew. So it's running away.
What was that?
Slinking away.
What is it doing?
Benjamin, step back.
I back up as quick
What?
as I can.
Wait.
No, hold still, Rosa. Hold still.
Don't move, Rosa.
Okay.
And Rosa feels a sort of wetness or the breath of fresh air on the back of her neck as this thing departs your skin and clambers down, becoming more solidified as it clambers down the back of your shirt, and then drops to the ground, writhing in, Ben, what you can only imagine to be pain. And then it shrivels up and turns brown. And Rosa, you turn around to see the same thing. This clump of what looks like almost moss, shriveling, giving off a sulfur smell.
Mm.
Hey, that's the smell we smelled at the hot springs.
Yeah. What was that stuff?
But if that's what it smells like when they die, something out there is killing it.
Yeah. So
The hot springs, maybe?
maybe if we carry that stuff around, like.
The hot springs?
All right. Please, let us retire back to the kitchen for more fudge and fresca. I will
I
dig
haven't
up
even
some.
worked yet. I can't retire.
You can totally retire. I'm retired, so you might as well retire too.
I wish.
And I will explain further about this. Kyle,
Mm-hmm. Get him, Kyle.
you arrive sweaty and
Mhm.
skittish back to the clubhouse. You're clutching the gun as if it were a life preserver. You're relieved to see that Ben and Rosa are not at the clubhouse because you'd be afraid of what their faces would look like.
I'm gonna. Oh God, not again. I'm gonna scramble up the ladder into the clubhouse, and then I'm going to shut the trap door and pile everything I can possibly move on top of it,
Not my rock pump.
including the rock pump.
Oh, shit.
Son of a.
So you spend a couple minutes just piling everything you possibly can onto the trap door, thinking
Scenes.
this is going to be your last stand. And that's when you become aware of a maddening itch in your hands.
Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut off your hands.
I'm gonna look down at them.
And they are puffy and red. And it looks like there's a little, like a furry coating to them. A furry green, light green coating.
I always wanted to be a furry.
I'm gonna just start frantically like rubbing them and scratching them and trying to just peel that green coating off.
And it is not coming off. You scrub them against your pant leg, furiously trying to get some sort of relief, but it seems to almost inflame them further. The itching no longer provides relief.
And you hear a tiny little voice say, "Hey, dude, what you doing that for?"
Cut him off.
Hey, Carl.
Howdy ho! Don't forget your towel.
One time, when you're sleeping, I put myself in your
Turn
mouth
on your
and I took a
mouth.
picture.
What? What is this? I'm gonna start like using the wooden floor as like a scratch board to try and like itch.
I'm going to need you to make a con roll, please.
He's turning into a cat.
I needed a 70. I rolled a 91. That's a failure.
So you drop to your knees and start rubbing your hands on the wooden floor of the clubhouse.
New character next week, guys.
Vainly attempting to get any kind of relief, and you want this green stuff to just go away. And the horror of what you have witnessed here just within the last few hours. Wow, what a time to be alive. And again, you have that pulse
Barely.
of tangerine lightning exploding in your senses, and it feels as though you are a rock.
Coming this fall, the new indie band, Tangerine Lightning.
Tangerine Lightning. A rock, a massive rock, pushing through stone and strata, struggling to reach air. I'm going to need you to increase your Cthulhu mythos by 5.
Ooh, that takes me from 0 to 5.
This
Making
is
you
what
the victor.
happens when you get your first taste of
Oh,
Cthulhu madness and fail
baby's
all those
first
rolls.
madness. New from Fisher Price. It's baby's first
Baby's
madness.
first Eldritch encounter.
Women and children first. No. And then you feel a wave of fatigue wash through you, emanating from inside through your bones. And you collapse to the ground, to the floor of the clubhouse, unconscious again. Lots of bad rolls here.
Kyle's not doing so hot.
He's not doing so hot. No.
You
100%.
think?
100% bad rolls. All right.
New character next week, guys.
When?
Next week.
When? So let's head back to.
Next week.
So Alden sits at the kitchen table, nibbling on a piece of fudge, lost in thought. And then drinks the last of his Fresca. He still had his bottle he was milking it.
Damn it.
He was pouring milk in it.
Mm-hmm.
He poured milk
That's why I
in it.
didn't drink it.
You
No,
don't
he
drink
literally
milk in a
milked
Fresca?
it. He's like, Fresca.
He had cow in his kitchen and he
Micro
was drinking
teats.
from the udder.
I got Teats Fresca. Can you milk me?
Clears his throat, looks at the two of you, and says,
Uh,
the powder is ordinary myconazole. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
I don't think so.
Well, Benjamin, it was your idea. It's a common application for ringworm.
Oh,
What was the powder called?
Myconazole.
So your conazole?
Myconazole.
Right, your conazole.
Yes.
who's on first?
It was actually a bit that your young friend delivered here just the other day.
Oh,
Yesterday, as a matter of fact, from
Kyle.
Herbs, yes.
Herbs store.
Yes.
Herbs.
and very fortuitous and timely that he did too, because I had just run out. So I'm glad that he did so.
It worked really
Let's all
well.
raise a glass to Kyle.
I don't have any more Fresca.
Shut up. I hate all of you. I quit.
So, can I ask a question, sir?
Of course, we're all friends here, and we all have to pull together to figure this thing out.
The same smell that we smelled when you got that off of Rosa's neck
Yes.
when it
Smells smelly?
died. That's the same smell that was at the hot springs. That it really
Yes.
bad.
Well, it makes sense. It must have sloughed off something. Now, you say that these goats were being replicated in some fashion.
Yeah.
And then you said that these people at the hot springs were somehow fused or...
Yeah, their hands were fused together.
Mhm.
But they were in the water.
Yes. Well, I think Rosa hit it on the nail here. Hit the nail on the head when she said that somehow it was the hot springs and the mushrooms. That seems to be the key.
Mushroom soup?
Yes, we could make a big batch of mushroom soup.
Shroom soup.
Mm.
And I believe it was you, Ben, that said we could use more of this powder?
Right
or
now,
was
I'm
it,
saying
or was it Rosa?
I think I said we could carry it around or something.
Yes, Rosa, I think. Well, we could carry it around, of course, but that doesn't take care of the root of the problem.
Just
Well,
inject it
no.
straight into our veins.
right in the eye.
Do you either of you have any ideas how we could take care of the root of the problem
I mean,
using
We
this
could-
powder?
get really wet and roll around in the powder and then jump.
I don't know if that's
I'm
enough
sorry,
powder.
are you Dora all of a sudden?
Dora.
What can we do to solve this problem? Muy bueno.
Backpack.
Well.
Can you say mushroom?
Do you mean root sort of like a tree has a root? So
Yes, I suppose
we have to
so.
figure out where it's coming from. If we could maybe we could dump the powder and put some of the powder in the hot springs.
That's what I was thinking too. I wonder if the mushrooms are pulling water from the hot springs.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Benjamin, good idea.
I had the good idea, Rosa. I did.
It's my idea. Get away.
Let us think about this. Now, the hot springs are fed from a source, correct?
I
What
think
kind of
so.
sauce?
I think
I want to see the sauce, please.
Well, if
mushroom
memory
sauce.
serves, it's been many years since I've been to the hot
Uh-huh.
springs, but they lie at the foot of the mountain, do they not?
Yeah.
yeah.
The creek that goes past there too. That probably ties into it.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
believe everything
Mountains have
flows
feet?
from the mountain.
Right.
So where does the water? Yeah, the water must come from up the mountain.
Yes, exactly, Rosa. Yes. So
So we got to go to the source, right?
We got to go to where the water is coming from.
Where it starts.
I believe you're correct, Ben. Yes, Benjamin. I'm sorry, I should use your God-given name.
You goddamn right. Oh.
And then, as Rosa indicated, perhaps we could poison the well with the cure.
Oh, there's a well up there. You could just tell us where it is.
Yeah.
No, I mean the source of the water flowing down from the
Oh,
mountain.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we
So
could.
not the
we
well
could dump
that's
in
at
a
the
lot
cabins.
a lot of the ringworm stuff. The
Yes, myconazole, yes.
yeah, your
How much will we need of that though? That you don't
I
have very
assume
much.
that you would need quite a lot, yes.
Yeah.
Who would have a bunch
About
of that?
350.
The
Well-
military base, maybe?
Yes,
Well-
I imagine they might have some. I
Yeah.
also have some contacts in San Francisco. Perhaps if we engaged Herb.
Rosa.
He owes me a few favors.
Oh
Just
yeah,
buy
yeah.
it from Amazon.
You'd be
Next
willing-
day
he
delivery.
believed us too. He was the only adult that we trusted enough to tell what we really saw.
Well,
And he
Herb
told
is
us
a
to come
longtime
to
friend.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Herb is
How
a
long?
longtime friend.
Like 12, 13,
Many
About
decades.
350.
Let us say that we have an understanding, and he does certain favors for me. And
Oh,
I
an
do certain
understanding.
favors for him. Yes.
Hell.
And history will record them as just good friends.
As good friends.
Yes.
Sir, will you do me a favor when
Yes,
we go?
Benjamin.
Because we're going to go and ask Herb if he can help us. Can you
Oh no,
write down
I'll phone him.
You have a phone?
Indeed, yes.
I thought you were too old for a phone.
I am
thought
not
there'd be
too old for a
telegraph
phone.
going on.
I
SOS, son of a.
also propose that I make a call to Ranger Rickenbacker, but not tell him everything, because I believe that he would be necessary to help us get up the mountain. Or you. I
Oh,
can't.
He
Yeah.
He might know where the water comes from.
Exactly. Now, Ranger Rickenbacker is, shall we say, a bit more stalwart, a bit more pragmatic. Any of the stuff that you've told me, I don't think would fly.
Yeah.
However, he would be willing to entertain the thought of removing the mushroom influence, which is essentially what we're trying to do with the myconomy.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
could
So let's
say
stick
that
to that
there's
story.
something poisonous in the water and it's coming from.
Yes.
Yeah. And he could help us find where it's coming from.
I'll write you a letter that you can then give to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll believe me, since I am, after all, a dermatologist and have been widely studied and written about mycology.
It's all about you, isn't it?
It certainly is. If only we had gotten to know each other earlier in this scenario.
Wait, you've written about your ecology? What about our ecology?
Mycology, yes.
What about our
Mycology.
ecology?
Oh, your ecology is
We haven't been to
non-existent
college yet.
Yes, you're my
We gotta
my high
finish Highland ski
schoolology.
school.
All right then. Well, I think we've settled upon a course of action now. What about your friend Kyle? Where is he?
Oh, he's
currently?
typing. We're fine.
Oh, excellent. Typing is always a good skill. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He went back with Rick.
To the future.
Ricky? Rick?
Party!
The bully?
Randy,
Randy. He went back with
They went
Randy
back to the
to
woods.
get mushrooms, to pick them.
So I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe he's at the clubhouse? I don't know where he is.
All right. Well,
Hope he's okay.
Me too.
I
I hope
so
he
as
hasn't
well.
met his uncle as a mushroom being and his aunt had to.
Yeah. I hope
All
he's
right.
not insane, passed out somewhere.
Well, I think at this stage, it might be wise if you return to your homes for the evening, and I will have Ranger Rickenbacker meet you at Herb's at the crack of dawn. Will you be there?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring the
You will
fresca.
need to accompany Ranger Rickenbacker up the
Okay.
mountain so
Yes.
that he understands
he
where
can't
it
know-
needs to feed. Yes,
He can't because he can't know what we're really doing.
exactly. Please steer him away from the hot springs if you're able.
Okay.
Yes.
the
And if he won't
mountain.
listen, we'll kill him.
Yes, kill him silently but deadly
Uh-huh.
with sulfur
I have my
stones.
garrote.
Good. Excellent. Yes.
I am Grot.
Just have him touch the rock. It's fine.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
It's electrifying.
please try to get a good night's sleep tonight, and I will contact you in the morning. All right?
Okay.
Report to Herb's at the crack of dawn.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yes.
you for all of your help, and thanks for helping Rosa.
You bet. And I've already prepared some gift baskets for you.
Nice.
We have some very nice soaps and hand lotions.
And more importantly, thanks for the fresca.
You're quite welcome, Benjamin. Yes.
Sponsor us, Fresca.
All right.
Hashtag not
Godspeed
sponsored.
and good night.
Oh.
And he ushers you out the
And
front
scene.
door. Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
I'm dead.
You groggily come to as well. And realize that you're still lying on the clubhouse floor. But it's dark now. The moon is shining through one of the unshuttered windows
Okay.
past the rock pump. And for a moment, you're discombobulated. You're not sure exactly where you're at, but then you feel that wave of relief as you hear the crickets outside chirping. And you shift slightly to feel your hands they're fine. They feel back to normal, and they don't feel puffy. You don't feel that weird furriness on them.
Oh, thank God. I don't have health insurance.
Geico.
And you realize that you're quite hungry.
Affleck?
You're not sure what time of night it is, but you're quite hungry.
I'm gonna pick
When I
the
Have some
The gun
bits
up.
too.
yeah. Pick the gun up and just kind of point it out the window and look down the sights and just back and forth scan to make sure that nobody has tracked me to the treehouse.
So you sit up from the floor and reach toward the gun, which is leaning up against the shelf with all the trophies on it. And as you outstretch your arm, you feel another one of those waves of nausea and fatigue wash over you. And your
Are
eyes...
you pregnant?
He's preggers. And
Mushroom babies. Coming from Jim Henson.
Woo!
and you feel your eyesight wavers slightly. Everything doubles and triples. And you feel too weak to even reach out and grasp the gun.
Oh no, the liberals finally took your gun away from you.
Oh man.
From your
Those damn
cold, dead
liberals.
hand.
He took our guns.
Those liberals disguised as mushrooms.
Nothing worse than lefty eating mushrooms.
They did have red tips. They're red hammered
Yeah, but
sickle
just
tips.
the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Just gonna head down, slowly start crawling across the floor towards the gun.
And you get about a foot when you realize there's some sort of resistance pulling, tugging at your left side, just below the ribs.
Going to slowly kind of turn and look back to see why I'm not going anywhere.
And you witness tendrils attached to your flesh, just where your kidneys would be, extending out about 6 feet to a lump of flesh about the size of you. Tune in next time as we play
For
on
my
the
new
reel
character.
of the Lovecraft Tapes.
He's lump. He's lump. He's lump. He's in the...
All right. Anything new in your investigator journal? I'm taking a peek here.
I just made a note
Mike
about
Conazole
Conazole.
kills it. Nice. Mushrooms danger. Good. massive rock mushrooms surrounding it. That's from last time. Anything new
Rock pump.
that
Well, I think
a lot
maybe
new. Yeah.
something about. I'm gonna put something about looking for the water source.
Oh, yeah. The source of the water. Yep.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what caused this other than
Yeah,
What do you think, Matt? What do you think? What does Kyle think might have caused it?
Yeah.
Aliens.
You were given a glimpse of something, which increased your Cthulhu
Ooh.
mythos. Any theories with that vision?
Oh, the underground stuff down to the lava.
There's whatever is causing this is buried deep underground, and maybe that's why the military built a base here, because they found something.
Ooh.
Military involvement. Not
Have you seen much in the
aliens.
way of military yet?
No. At
Big
all,
Brother's
none.
always watching.
But not Big Uncle. Oh.
Okay.
How about
It's a theory. Military still. It could be.
Yeah, no, I
would
was
say
I
it's
was
an
adding
unfounded
a
theory.
new one.
Yeah.
Like
The best theories always are, Jeremy.
Unfounded. And true in here. It's not Herb, so that's a plus. He's
protection
on our side.
from underground.
That's what you think.
He's an alien
For
and
now.
a military.
Mushroom
For
alien.
now.
He's
And
a mushroom alien working with the military.
I knew it.
Knew it.
It's the military-industrial complex.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't, our characters, Rosa and I, didn't witness the rock or any of that.
Mm-mm.
So, but
Yeah, so
it seems
I
like
mean-
something ancient got birthed up from underground somehow.
yeah. Because
know?
hot springs are a link, a conduit for the heat of the mantle.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
whatever, it could be forcing like spores up
Mhm.
through the hot springs.
Yeah, it could be like any temperature change. Like, you know how some insects can lay dormant for years and
Oh,
years
yeah.
and years, and then a
Mhm.
temperature change spawns them out. They finally
Mhm.
start to
Mhm.
reproduce and come out.
Cicada.
Something like, yeah, like a cicada. Yeah. So something like that could have happened with maybe a temperature change or it being
Yeah.
something of that nature with either
Mm-hmm.
the hot springs or just general temperature to where this thing came up and
Or even just there was
it's
a
time.
like, I don't know. I mean, the passage of heat, the path can shift. So even it might have shifted so that it's
Mhm.
forcing up the spores now, and it
Yeah.
wasn't before.
Yeah, because the rock has a huge crack down the center of it. So
Yeah.
something happened. Something made that happen,
Something woke them up,
which
basically.
released them.
Yeah.
That loud sound that we all heard when I wasn't here.
Mhm.
Remember?
Which time
But
was
I
that?
saw the
When I was
goats
out
before.
plowing.
The goats was before that loud sound, right? Did I
Yeah.
start? Did I see the goats?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that,
the
that
loud
wasn't
sound-
necessarily the.
Yeah. Did I happen to hear a loud sound? I don't know. Like a few days before that?
Right?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think. Because the loud sound, the big boom thing was
Right.
Saturday night.
Right.
And you had seen the missing goat.
Oh, right.
I
the
don't
goat
know
was
that you actually
missing.
saw it come back until Sunday, maybe.
It wasn't back
Right.
until either the next day,
Right.
Sunday. Yeah.
So like
But
That was weird,
Gertie's
but
thing was
goats could go
previous
missing.
to that.
Right.
true.
Right.
So there was something
The
happening.
weremop
Something
did it.
anyway. The weremop.
The wear map.
All right, I think that's good for
Fine.
now, guys.
Cool.
Just want to
Okay.
make sure you're still looking at that investigative journal and
Yeah.
I won't be for
I
much
was
longer.
I was thinking
This thing.
Jeremy like giving Kyle that vision was him telling us, "You're too stupid to figure out what's going on."
No, I actually had that. So, little inside baseball here. I knew someone was going to touch that rock,
Okay.
and that was the
Oh.
vision that Randy got.
Okay.
But that's
Yeah, it's an
it was
NPC,
also
yeah.
a sort of communicable vision that could be
Mhm.
spawned to somebody who is
With the
next to a
perfect
madness.
amount
An
of
RTI,
rolls.
if you will, a
Yes,
rock-transmitted disease.
Exactly.
Infection.
Exactly. So it made sense that Kyle would also inherit that
It's
same
itchy.
vision.
Matt, get your hand out of there.
So, yeah, I mean,
No.
plus he was already infected, so
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
his hands. Holy
yeah,
crap.
it actually made sense. So, all right, guys, it is time for some hashtag recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll
Say it ain't
the
so.
Hondo.
It ain't so.
Tain't so.
49.
68. Oh, damn, missed
I
by
got
one.
an 80.
Nice.
I rolled a 30.
All right, Rosa, start us off again. Or I'm sorry, Lupine, start us off again. I
Somebody.
always see Rosa in the chat, and I'm always
Yes.
like, Rosa.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Okay.
Lupine.
Let's see. This week I had I actually have a TV show that I watched. It was really fun.
Ooh.
I sort of kind of have to check if it's still on Netflix. But the TV show is called Crazy Head. I don't know if any of you've ever heard of it.
Yes,
It's-
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
I think it ran like a season, or it's a British show, so like a series.
Mhm.
And it's like a group of like teenage girls, like older teenagers, 16, 17 or something.
30.
And actually they might be older than that. They may be 20 in their 20s, because I don't think they're actually in school anymore, but they are fighting. It's not a total zombie outbreak, but they can start to see zombies. And so it's just really funny, because it's like these people who are not used to fighting zombies, because who is really
Right.
used to fighting zombies?
Mhm.
And they're fighting zombies, but with the humor of the younger generation, and they're like I don't know, there's just like, I think in the promo materials they have a picture of one of the girls holding a baseball bat. It's just like, and they're standing in front of a car and just like looking tough, but like they have that Stallone pose, but they're like 20 something women. So, and it's just, one's got a baseball bat looking menacing, and the other one is like,
Damn millennials.
yeah. And it's just funny, because it's more like, everyone wants to believe that in a zombie apocalypse we'd all act like superheroes. But we'd
Not after
probably,
COVID.
most of us would probably act like morons.
Yeah.
I mean, and so it's just, it's, again, it's not a full-blown zombie apocalypse.
Right.
They're still like regular community or whatever, but they can just suddenly see these darker elements making themselves known, and they're like, we have to fight these things, but we don't know what we're doing. And so it's just, it's more like how actual people would deal with
That's cool.
these things.
I'll have to watch that.
Mm-hmm. So that is Crazy Head.
Okay. Thank you, Lupine. Check that out. I'm going up next, and I'm going to talk about how I grew up listening to a wide variety of music. If I were visiting my grandparents, it would be movie soundtracks like The Sound of Music, or Peter Pan, or even occasionally some Doris Day. My parents were hippies, so it was Three Dog Night, Fleetwood Mac, and the Beatles. Later in my teens, I discovered anthem rock from Journey and Van Halen. As I grew older, my tastes grew broader, so Hall & Oates mixed with Judas Priest and Pink Floyd. That, of course, sent me down the prog rock path. So Genesis eventually led me to the solo work of Peter Gabriel. I can still remember hearing Red Rain for the first time and thinking, holy shit, this guy is dark and moody. I want more.
Sexy.
To me, his 1986 album, So, is one that I can listen to over and over, but I'm always on the lookout for new stuff. Thankfully, he has a fresh creation due out this year titled I/O, Input Output, and he's released a few tracks already. Panopticon, The Court, and Playing for Time, each of which has 2 mixes, a dark side mix and a bright side mix.
That's cool.
These singles have been dropped to coincide with lunar phases, which seems like a pretty cool thematic for an album that is concerned with with our Earth and what we're doing to it, and what will happen to us as a result. Get it? Input, output. The songs are lyrically strong, as you would expect, with complex arrangements that demand listening with good headphones or a great sound system. I heartily recommend this new music and encourage you to discover Peter Gabriel's vast backlog of stellar progressive rock.
Nice.
Check it out, baby. I love me some Peter Gabriel. Matthew, you are up next.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're wavering a bit from the usual this week. No game, and not just because I've been obsessively playing Destiny 2 since Lightfall came out. We're gonna recommend a book this week. It's called Choke Point Capitalism: How Big Tech and Big Content Captured Creative Labor Markets and How We'll Win Them Back, by 2 authors, Rebecca Giblin and Cory Doctorow. What this book is it is a very sobering look at the current corporate culture in America and how so many or so few big companies have managed to capture so much of so many markets. They take an in-depth look at how, Spotify took over streaming, how Apple took over the entirety of, or almost all of, the book industry, how 3 companies control pretty much all the music you listen to. It's really equal parts interesting and frustrating, and just so many things in there. At the point I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of things make sense. They go really in depth with the research, and you get to see step by step the history of the company and all the anti-competitive things they've done and how they're currently working to change laws and practices to make sure that nobody can touch them. And the first good chunk of the book is just that, and it's really frustrating to listen to. But the good news is that the second half of the book is them going through and saying, okay, here's what we have to do to fix this. It's not a hopeless situation. It's not, end game yet. There are things we can do to make this better, to make things better for you and for me and for all the people out there who create content for a living, who are constantly getting screwed over by these mega corporations who are only there to make more money for themselves. So if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit on the heavier side, I guess you could say, but still super interesting and totally worth a read and or listen to, check out Choke Point Capitalism.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you, Matt. Brian, you are last up.
Unfortunately, I have to keep it dark as well. I'm going to recommend a movie called Cocaine Bear. This is right up Jeremy and I's alley. I think he's going to love it when he sees it. Basically, a 500-pound black bear happens upon duffel of cocaine that was dropped out of a plane, smuggled out of Mexico, and proceeds to eat, snort, whatever it can do in some very funny ways, and go on a rampage through this national park. And you have Ray Liotta, who's the head of the drug dealer, whatever, in the States, trying to get all the drugs to sell them. You've got the forest ranger who's trying to stop all of these kids that she thinks is doing all the bad things in the forest. And then you have this mom, the heartfelt part, trying to find her daughter that skipped school and went out with a friend to the forest so they could paint at the waterfalls in the park. And they're all trapped in the middle of this rambunctious, bloody, humorous situation. If you're into really good special effects, gore, and humor all mashed into one, you will definitely enjoy Cocaine Bear. Wetaworks does the special effects on it, and they know when to make it look real and when not to make it look real for the comedic aspect of it. So check it out, Cocaine Bear.
Cool. Sounds like a blast. I want to see it.
It is fun.
In a bad
It was
way.
fun.
I will see it at some point. But for now, guys,
2 out of 5. No.
2 out of 5. And that's it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, visit lovecrafttapes.com for up-to-date information about our podcast, and subscribe to our live streams at twitch.tv/lovecrafttapes or youtube.com/lovecrafttapes. Everything's Lovecraft Tapes.
Everything.
Crazy. You can chat with
Lovecraft all the way down.
all the way down, baby. You can chat with me in real time at discord.lovecrafttapes.com.
And I am taking all suggestions for my new character to debut next week. You can feed those to me on Mastodon at The Real Weird Kid.
And I am secretly cured of my fungus. Yay!
And your character, too.
Woo! But I'll still talk fungus if you want to hit me up. Drop me a note on my Linktree. Linktree/Lupine Vendetta, all one word. And that also has links to my Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi?
Kofi.
Kofefe.
Whatever we had.
Ko-Fi.
Okay. And the other places that I am streaming, I have a Monday night stream, and then I have a once a month stream on other channels and stuff.
And if anybody wants to reach out to me, you can either contact Matt on Mastodon or you can reach me at Discord with Lovecraft Tapes.
Until next time, roll for Fresca.
Sponsor us, Fresca.
With the little curly straws.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta remember those.
Gotta have that.
I'm going to go
Sponsor
buy
us,
a Fresca
Curly
now.
Straws.
I really want one.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching along here on the stream. Thanks for all the tips on Ko-Fi. Appreciate that. Shelly DM Gaming, thanks for the raid. Crow, love you. You, Pendragon, John Scarcell. Look at all you guys, man. Appreciate this.
Dang.
Beyond Peril.
Crazy.
Who's the other guy there? Mama Cryptid still hung in there. Nicely
Woo.
done. All right. Yep. Thanks, guys. We are off next week. We'll return in 2 weeks. And we'll
2 weeks.
Lupine and I and Justin will be back tomorrow night for some Killing Floor 2 gameplay.
We're gonna kill some floors, yo.
We're gonna kill them floors dead.
Hey, those
Nice.
floors started it.
Nothing
Old
but
English
works
zombies.
They
really
shot
well.
first.
That's
You
right.
know.
All right. Until then, we'll see you later. Good night. Bye.
Ooh.